So the Titans just made kind of a crazy move. They went out and traded for Julio Jones, second round pick, a fourth round pick, and that's it. They got a sixth round pick in 23 back for Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. He joins a star-studded offense with Ryan Tannehill, who's extremely underrated, with Derrick Henry, who's obviously very, very good, A.J. Brown, who's an up-and-coming superstar. This offense could be awesome. Now, the defense, on the other hand, we got some work to do. So let's go ahead and jump into this rebuild, break down the roster as a whole, talk about some of these offseason moves, whether it be signings like Bud Dupree or draft picks like Caleb Farley. Let's get into it. But before we do that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button if you're new. And check out the second channel. If you guys are into MLB The Show, baseball stuff, I upload gameplays every single day, beating the brakes off my opponent, usually. I'm actually kind of good at that game, but let's go ahead and focus on this Titans rebuild. This video is sponsored by Kove and their awesome new Commuter 2 portable speaker. The really cool thing about this that I've never experienced with any other speaker previously is this actually untwists and becomes two speakers, both hooked up, but it's perfect for 360-degree listening and even surround sound. You could have one over here, and still have the same awesome quality, but you can actually have the channel of the left and the right. So it's optimal for surround sound. It's optimal for a party. You have this in the middle of the room. You have sound to all sides. Really, really cool. And with a water resistant rating of IPX7, this is perfect next to the hot tub like the Twitch streamers do nowadays, or next to the pool. You're not gonna have a problem as long as it, of course, doesn't fall completely in. You just twist it back together, becomes one again. This is so easy to pair. Bluetooth, if you have a tablet, smartphone, computer, anything that uses Bluetooth, this is really, really easy to connect. And on a single charge, you can get 7 hours. Pretty amazing. Really good sound, really loud sound for a portable small speaker. So that's really, really cool. And usually this thing's over $200. But for my viewers, with a special link and code BENGAL, you get 67% off, and you can get the speaker for a fraction over $75. So make sure to use code BENGAL at checkout. Click the link in the description, and you can get this for $75.90, 67% off. Use code BENGAL and click the link in the description. Thank you again to Kove for sponsoring the video. So this is the team. Ryan Tannehill is going to be a little bit tough to work with because he is 32. He's probably going to start regressing. He's reached that ceiling. So I'm not really sure what to do about that just yet. Julio Jones is another one where he is going to be regressing in the near future. He is 32 years old, or going to be. Yeah, Julio is 32 in real life. But, you know, maybe he's got another year or two before he really starts regressing hard in the game. He's probably going to start regressing soon, though. A.J. Brown, of course, is an up-and-coming star. We talked about him. Derrick Henry kind of goes without saying. And then this offensive line is really good for what they want to do, which is power run. They got Taylor Lewan, Roger Saffold, Ben Jones is a solid center. Nate Davis is a really good up-and-coming guard, only 23 years old. Gotta love Nate Davis, the second beast out of Charlotte. He's no Larry Ogunjobi, but he's all right. And then they drafted Dylan Radunz. I guess Dylan is not allowed. D-I-L-L-O-N for Dylan. That's banned, so we're just going to call him Radunz for now. And then they have Anthony Firkser. Hey, Anthony Firkser's okay. Anthony Firkser's okay. For the sake of this rebuild, we're probably going to have to upgrade. And then defensively, this is obviously where our focus is. Of course, I do have to change these rookie contracts, and I'm going to give Caleb Farley star development. I could give him superstar as one of the best corners in the class, but I'm going to give him star. And then, do I really want Amani Hooker starting at free safety and Kevin Byard at strong safety? I don't know about that. We have Bud Dupree. We have Harold Landry, who I love. Got to re-sign him. I love Jeffrey Simmons, too. Got to upgrade the defensive line a little bit. Rashad Weaver, of course. I don't know what's going to happen with him. He got some domestic violence stuff come out after the draft. Christian Fulton. They brought in Jack Rabbit, Janoris Jenkins. It isn't the worst team. We just got to make sure we can keep guys like Jayon Brown, Harold Landry, guys who are going to be free agents. And it's not going to be cheap to do so, especially with the addition of Julio Jones' contract. So let me make sure every rookie is playing on the deal they should be. And I'm going to give Radunz star development as well. So where's Elijah Molden? Is he listed at corner? Elijah Molden should be higher than a 68 overall. I'm going to move him back to free safety. I think he's probably going to be a hybrid nickel corner safety in the NFL. I like Elijah Molden. I'm going to give him star dev as well. For your deal's good, star dev. And 68 overall is probably a little bit too low for him. If he goes up to like a 70 at free safety, he'll be fine. Where is he? 67. I'm going to update his ratings. Made Elijah Molden a 72 overall free safety. I think that's pretty fair. He's probably going to be about that in Madden 22. Maybe even a little bit lower, like a 70, but a little bit more fun to make him at least usable. He was a steal at number 100, in my opinion. He's a really solid player. Zone coverage is maybe a little bit high. Pursuit's a little high. But I think that's about fair for Elijah Molden, who I thought was a pretty good player coming out. So he will start at free safety. Caleb Farley, I think at 76 overall is fair as well. One of the best cornerbacks in the class. Of course, dropped in the draft due to injury concerns, but in this video game, he's not going to be getting injured. Also, going to add 5 years because it's the 5th year option. Going to change the details of the contract as well here in a minute, give him a little bit more money. Monty Rice is fine at normal development. I think he's a decent player, but I'm not going to give him star dev. And who else did they draft? Des Fitzpatrick is fine at normal. He's honestly a little bit high at 71 overall, but I'm going to leave that as is. And they also drafted Racey McMath, who's just an athlete, and that's kind of the end of what you can say good about him. But maybe he develops. You never know. Starting with an athlete is always a really good start. These stud athletes are, I mean, not few and far between per se, but you definitely got a moldable piece of clay there. But this is the team. I've got very high hopes for this team. The Tennessee playbooks are always really good. This team could be ready to go this year. I do have to trade my 2nd round pick in 2021, though, because that's like a 2022. So, oh, and a 4th as well. And it's a next year's 6 I'm getting in return, and a next year's 4 I'm giving up. So that is the trade. So now the Falcons are compensated for Julio, although not well. And I will see you guys at the midseason mark. We'll see how this team is performing. We are 3-4, but also every team in the AFC South is 3-4. All right. Well, there's a. I don't really know what to say about that. That's just what it is. We're gonna probably end up on top. Hopefully have a really good second half. Anthony Ferkser is our top free agent. And Breon Borders. Ferkser might be worth bringing back. That's kind of expensive for a guy who isn't that highly rated. I don't really want to give you any money. Salary needs improvement. Your play needs improvement. Playoff time. We are in the playoffs. Yes, we are 8-8. We won the division so narrowly. I mean, the entire division really just sucked. And I don't know. It seems like mostly games were not close. Like the loss to the Packers was, the loss to the Jags was, but 27-9 win, 21-42 loss, 14-24 loss, 27-19 win, 13-34 we talked about, 35-21, 31-15. What a weird up and down season where we looked like a playoff team one week and looked like a terrible team the next week. Ryan Tannehill was not awful. 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, 14 picks. Not amazing, but not particularly great. Derrick Henry, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. Good year for Derrick Henry, averaging over 5 per carry. Josh Reynolds led the team in receiving because he was in the slot until I changed that. Just awful. Julio Jones had a decent year. Wasn't in the slot till much later. Anthony Ferkser had 89 catches. A.J. Brown could have been better, but 82 catches. Jayon Brown led the team in tackles. Tackles for loss, 21 for Denico Autry. 15 for Jeffrey Simmons, 14 for Bud Dupree, who led the team in sacks with only 6.5. Harold Landry was nowhere to be found. And then interceptions, 3 for Byard, 3 for Farley, 2 for Jayon Brown and Jack Rabbit. Elijah Molden also had 1. We'll check out yearly awards as Mahomes wins MVP. No Titans. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. Ryan Tannehill at 9. Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Jack. Just straight Browns in a row. All new additions, by the way. Well, actually, excuse me, all acquired in a different way is what I meant to say. 2 being additions. Owusu Koromoa through the draft. Garrett on the team already. And Jadeveon Clowney through free agency. Rookie of the Year is Zach Wilson. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa, of course. Caleb Farley at 3. Yeah, if Owusu Koromoa is getting Defensive Player of the Year votes, he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And we've got a very tough playoff matchup against the Bills. Almost said the Browns there for a sec. The Bills are pretty good. Are they the best simulation team in the world? No, they're not. But they're still they're still a formidable team. This is not going to be an easy game. We'll see if we can beat them. And we do, 35-28. We edge them out by a touchdown, but this is not an easy division round matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, they went 12-4. And they beat us 35-17. But that's okay. This team wasn't ready to go season 1. They weren't ready to go season 1. We need another season or two. As the Browns beat the Niners 34-7. This is going to be a big offseason for us. Anthony Firkser is just not worth bringing back unless he takes a small contract. I'd be at this. He's going to test free agency. That's fine. I can maybe bring him back in free agency. I don't want to bring him back for like $3 million a year when we're already going to be a little bit tight on money because of Julio Jones and company. Tannehill's regressing. That's unfortunate. So we got to look to replace him at quarterback at some point. Who else here has got to go? Roger Saffold's regressing. He's almost to the end of his contract, though. No one's going to want him. So we need to upgrade at guard at some point. Ben Jones. Ben Jones is going to be regressing. Janoris Jenkins is not going to be on the team long term. Denico Autry had a great year. He's got to go at 31 years old, only 75 overall. Josh Reynolds. Most of these contracts are expiring in a couple years anyway. I'm not really sure I have to do too much. What do I want to do here to help out this team? I don't know if there's anyone we can bring in. Robert Tonyan could be okay. He is 27, but he's not too expensive. If we can get Robert Tonyan for cheap, I'm down to bring in Big Bob. Are there any good offensive linemen? Cam Robinson, maybe? Don't love the offensive lineman here. I don't really like much of the free agent class, if I'm honest. And why would I not be? I think I'm just going to let everyone go here. I don't really have any interest. Like, Marcus Williams I do, but I feel like I get him a lot. We're going to let that go. We got Big Bob Tonyan. Big upgrade to the offense. That's quite the Anthony Firkser replacement. About the same age. Better development trade as well. Like that. Draft time. We pick at number 25, despite winning 8 games. I am not opposed to trading up if there's a player worth trading up for. Kenny Hicks at a USF might be worth trading up for. Cam Baldwin might be the guy, though, at LSU to develop under... Oh, he's his 3rd player in the draft. If one of these guys falls, I'd be down to take him. I don't know what the likelihood of that is. Marquis Rice, slow, but looks good. Jalen Harris. I just got Ozark State Outlaws Dynasty flashbacks. Most of you guys probably didn't even watch that series. I'm sure some of you, most of you active in the comments may have, because you guys are just like the more hardcore fans that comment. Mary Stewart in the second is pretty good. But, yeah, Jalen Harris in Ozark State Outlaws Dynasty was quite the player. Pat Duke out of Boise State running 4.28. That's great. Let's see when these quarterbacks go. Some good players off the board. Tony Sherwood is a 77. Both quarterbacks are lasting. Tight end going. Do both quarterbacks fall out of the top 10? They do. Is it worth moving up? There's another tight end. I mean, it might be worth moving up at this point. Because the draft board, down the board, not particularly good. So if I can trade maybe my 3rd round pick in a future 2nd or something to move up, that might be worth it. Actually, you know what the move is? The move is trading Ryan Tannehill. The move is trading Ryan Tannehill. Okay, I'm moving up from number 25 by trading a 2nd round pick next year and a 4th this year. Moving up to 13. I think it's worth it. Now, would the Ravens or Jaguars take a quarterback? Maybe the Jaguars would. The Cardinals probably wouldn't. So I didn't have to trade up to this pick exactly. But here we are. We'll trade Tannehill at some point. I just got to figure out which of these quarterbacks do I prefer. Is it Kenny Hicks at a USF? 6'5", 227, prototypical size. Or is it Cam Baldwin, the scrambler, standing only 6 foot? Ran pretty well. Not amazingly, though. He's got an A arm for throw power. He just looks a little bit better, but we know about the throw accuracy short from Kenny Hicks. We don't know about it from Cam Baldwin. That's the difference. I don't know who to take there. I really don't. Improviser intrigues me. It really does. Because that's the Patrick Mahomes archetype, no? Let's take a look at that. I mean, he's so good that you don't even know what you're dealing with there. Who's a lower overall improviser? Can I even see that? What's Herbert? Field general. Who would be an improviser? Is Kyler Murray improviser or scrambler? He's improviser. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm going to trade out of this spot. I'm going to trade down. It's going to work out really well because I'm going to move down with the Raiders. If the Raiders take a quarterback, good for them. Good for them, honestly. Actually, hold on. Is this a Ryan Tannehill spot? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can work something out. Okay, trading Ryan Tannehill and a future first for number 16 in this year's draft. Number 23 projected next year. I think the Raiders are going to be even worse than that. But now they have Ryan Tannehill. They might be a little bit better. And then number 55 projected next year. Second round pick. Because we're taking a quarterback. Am I doing it at this spot, though? I think the Saints would take a QB. I don't know what the improviser intrigues me the most. I think the other quarterback might be slightly better right now. It all depends on which one has the higher development trait. They both might have normal, but I just fear that I'm going to take the one with the worst development trait, which would make me really sad. I'm going to take a quarterback here. Is it Kenny Hicks or is it Cam Baldwin? Again, like, Kenny Hicks is the most intriguing. Cam Baldwin's a year younger, had a better combine, looks like he has better skills. Kenny Hicks is a scheme fit, so he'll earn XP faster. He's really agile. Why is this such a tough decision for me? Everything's pointing to Cam Baldwin. I just don't want to do it. I'm like these old school NFL GMs. I just want a tall quarterback. It's why you take Josh Allen. What do I do? What do I do here? He's older. Everything points to Cam Baldwin. I'm taking Kenny Hicks. 73 overall, normal development. 89 throw power, 80 deep, 78 medium, 85 short. 85 throw on the run's pretty fun. 80 throw under pressure, 78 break sack. He's got a lot to work with. 82 speed. Amazing change of direction and agility. Now, if the other quarterback's available at 16, do I pull the trigger on that? He is available. I can trade the other one. That's the thing. I can trade the other one. Do I really want Darren Godfrey? He looks pretty awesome, actually. He looks pretty awesome. I drafted my quarterback. I've drafted my QB. I'm taking Darren Godfrey. But I don't have to take him right now. I'll trade down a little bit. Trading a 3 this year and a 3 next year, as well as a 5 this year for Will Hernandez. That is my Roger Saffold replacement. I'm trying to get creative with what I do in the draft. I don't love the draft class down the board. So I am trying to get creative. And I want to trade Roger Saffold and Ben Jones because of their age and contract. But there's no interest from around the league at all. I don't think anyone's going to have any interest in these guys. New trade finder hurts me. Or not trade finder, the trade logic. Trading number 16. Trading a 5th next year and a 6th this year for number 25 and a 2nd round pick next year from the Arizona Cardinals. I don't care if we don't get the D tackle at 25. That's my main choice right now as Cam Baldwin goes to the Patriots. 73 overall. We'll see if he has star dev in a minute. But I would like the D tackle. He's available. Marquis Rice. We get Monty and Marquis together. A little slow for a safety, in my opinion. Benji Fitzsimmons. Demarius Stewart. Might be worth trading up for. Justin Birmingham I liked. Like, there are definitely some good players in this class. But I think the defensive tackle fits the most immediate need. Darren Godfrey, welcome to the squad. The number 2 overall player in the draft. Of course, normal development, but he is a 77 overall. Really good. 90 strength, 79 speed, 82 power moves to go with 76 finesse moves. Block shed's not too bad either. Darren Godfrey's clearly very, very good. Is there any way I can move back into the 2nd round? Trading David Long, who the Dolphins had interest in, I would have altered what I was getting in return if I knew they had interest in him. I did it so quick. I'm trading a second-round pick next year that's mine, not the Cardinals. I think we're going to be better than they are. And a sixth-rounder this year. I've done more trading in this rebuild than many of the last ones, but we got a pick at the top of the second round. I did so to take Demarius Stewart, who goes one pick before me. And we didn't really need him that badly because we do have linebackers already, but would have been nice to take him. I mean, do I want to take any of these guys? Justin Birmingham's okay. Little slow. Brad Lawson we don't need. William O'Dowd we don't need. It'd be Justin Birmingham if I was taking anyone. Now, what I could do is just get picks next year, which I'm going to do that. I wanted Demarius Stewart. Should I have really traded up one more pick? Clearly, but I mean, how was I to know that? Trading Roger Saffold. I moved him to left tackle. Hopefully that increased his value. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Trading a second-round pick this year, number 37, of course, we just moved up for. We're trading back with the Dolphins. We're getting their second-round pick next year and a third-round pick from them next year. Also a seventh. Our draft is over. We did a lot of moving around the board, but I think we made our team as good as we could have and set ourselves up with picks for the future as much as I could have. So I'm actually happy with the way things worked out, even though we missed out on that linebacker. If he has star dev, I'm going to be bummed out. But other than that, if he has normal, I won't really care. Let's see. Normal dev. Don't really care. Good player. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not really too bummed about that. I want to see the quarterback, though, that the Patriots took. What was his name? Cam Sims? Not Cam Sims. Cam Baldwin. Does he have normal? He does have normal. I think we got the better player. They're pretty similar, but I think Cam Baldwin is, at least from an eye test perspective, I think he's slightly worse. I want to say he's worse. What team am I? The Titans? Let's look at Kenny Hicks again. Yeah, I think he's better. I think he's better safely. Happy about that. Darren Godfrey might have been tied for the highest overall player taken in the draft period, and he was. Tony Sherwood, joint highest overall, also normal dev. And then Pat Duke was the only other player I considered, also normal development. Crazy good speed. But overall, I think we did really well in the draft with not an amazing draft class to work with. I think Will Hernandez is a really good upgrade over Roger Saffold. I'm shocked this line is listed as agile when they're so power run oriented. But this team fits really, really well. Will Hernandez is the only guy who's not a scheme fit. The thing with him, though, he does have star dev. He's only 25, not 33 like Roger Saffold. So that was a really good move. Ben Jones is old. We got to replace him. Bud Dupree went up to superstar dev. Hey, there we go. I know he's 28, but I like to see that. Elijah Molden starting. Godfrey starting. Danico Autry still stuck there. And then cornerbacks could be worse. No one has any interest in Janoris Jenkins. I just can't trade him. I'm going to make A.J. Brown our slot receiver, get Julio Jones in behind, and then simulate to the midseason mark. Rookie quarterback, we need him to get carried by these stud receivers. Why would Jeffrey Simmons be a rush end for me when we have Harold Landry? Explain that to me, game. All right, things are set up. Harold Landry, Bud Dupree is where he needs to be. Jeffrey Simmons is where he needs to be. And we have the rookie defensive tackle in behind in Godfrey. This actually should be a really, really good defense now. High hopes again. I'll see you at the midseason mark. Let's get it. At the midseason mark, we are 4-4. Not that good. Not that good. The growing pains of a rookie quarterback. That's okay. We'll get better long term. As Rashaan Evans needs a contract extension, as does Harold Landry. Ben Jones, Will Hernandez. Okay. Harold Landry's priority one. Oh, we have a lot of money. All right, well, Harold Landry's got to come back. Harold, thank you. Priority two is both Rashaan Evans and Will Hernandez. Those guys I definitely would like to have back as well. Rashaan Evans is back. Will Hernandez, do a 5-year deal for him. He's a youngin'. Will Hernandez is back, and that's kind of it. Ben Jones is 32. I'd be down on like a 2-year deal. It's really not too bad, and we can just look to replacement at some point. So everyone we needed to bring back, we brought back. Love to see that, and I will spend some Coach XP if I can here. What can I afford? Nothing that I want. I'm going to wait on quarterback. So I will see you guys at the playoffs. We might sneak into the playoffs again. I think we will. Hope that we will. Rookie quarterback. I know it was really quick getting Ryan Tannehill out of there. I just saw him regressing from an 87 down to an 85. I know at the end of the season he would have been down to an 83 or an 82 or an 81 and then into the 70s by year 3 or 4. So I had to act quick, had to make moves, and I'm really happy with how the draft went. I think we got good players to make up for Ryan Tannehill, and we did sneak into the playoffs at 9-7 as we run into the Bills again. 4th best offense. Look at Kenny Hicks breaking the rookie passing touchdown record. Just missed on yards. I think, actually, yeah, I think Andrew Luck had 4,400 his rookie year. I know he has the record. Was it 4,400? It was 4,374. Oh, Kenny Hicks beats it by 4 yards. Okay. So Kenny Hicks has set the rookie record for passing yards and touchdowns. Seems pretty good. Derrick Henry was quality again in a limited role. A.J. Brown went off, 90 catches for 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Julio, over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. Robert Tonyan was awesome. He got fed the ball a lot. Josh Reynolds, his third receiver, was okay as well. Rashaan Evans crushed it. Tackles for loss, 16 for Jeffrey Simmons, led the way. He also had 9 sacks, which led the team. We aren't getting a ton of pressure from any one individual, but the team as a whole is playing well. Jayon Brown with 4 picks, 3 for the Jackrabbit. Yearly awards. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Kenny Hicks at number 7. Not bad for a rookie. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Deshaun Watson. Kenny Hicks at 5. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. No Titans. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kenny Hicks. I sure hope he got Star Dev. Probably did. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is our D tackle, Darren Godfrey. Love to see it. Coach XP. Quarterback training boost. There we go. And we'll see if we can beat the Bills. I'm just going to simulate. See if we can beat them. We do. 34-31. Narrowly escaping defeat. Just realized we simulated that game. I kind of went on autopilot for a second. We beat the Chargers 28-24. And now in the conference championship, we are facing the Cleveland Browns, who went 15-1. They are 90 overall. We will lose to the Browns in simulation. I'm going to jump in and see if we can do anything. Down 7-0, extremely early. Get on the board. All right, we got a field goal. Browns answer with another touchdown. We just really can't get in the end zone right now. We're stopped short again. Touchdown, 14-11, 14-14 after the field goal. Browns take the lead, 17-14. We finally take the lead, 21-17. Browns go and get points back. We are up by 1. It is 2nd and 3. Feed the beast. Derrick Henry breaking tackles. Breaking more tackles. Look at Derrick Henry go. What a monster. Henry up the middle again. Just searching for contact at this point. Daring one of the Browns to meet us in the hole. Henry again. Just hold the truck stick. Derrick Henry at 130 yards for the game. I mean, we could run the ball again, too. But we got Julio. We're number 85. Kind of disgusting. Oh, look at Hicks go. We're going to scramble. Slide! 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 What are you doing? Kenny Hicks is insane. Oh, my Lord. Let's get Julio a touchdown if we can. Let's get Julio a touchdown. There it is. Julio Jones, touchdown for the Tennessee Titans. And that should do it. 10 seconds to play. All we have to do here is not allow a touchdown. Seems doable. Super long rush around the edge. Mayfield throws short. It's intercepted by Elijah Molden. And that is the game. The Tennessee Titans are headed to the Super Bowl. Pretty fun Super Bowl matchup here. The Tennessee Titans against the New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl. Show me some upgrades. I saw that Harold Landry got superstar. Kenny Hicks got upgraded. A.J. Brown goes up to superstar dev. Oh, let's go, A.J. We'll give him route technician. And grab and go seems fun. But Kenny Hicks goes up to star. Love to see that. For winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's go, Kenny. He's up to an 83 overall with morale, by the way. Very nice. And then defensively, superstar dev for Harold Landry. Superstar dev for Elijah Molden. Why? I'm not complaining, but why? Jeffrey Simmons goes up to superstar. What can we give him? Under pressure. That seems all right. Stonewall. Let's give him defensive rally. That seems fun. I thought Godfrey was going to go up. I thought he went up to star dev for sure. Kind of surprised about that, especially with winning defensive rookie of the year and all. He got a lot of XP. But overall, I really can't complain. Superstar, superstar, superstar now. 3 new ones. And also a quarterback went up to star dev. AJ Brown went up to superstar. That's great. That's great. And we'll try to win our first Super Bowl of hopefully many. Saints are a pretty good team. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be, whether it's Jameis Winston, whether it's somebody else. We'll have to see. Let's go, Titans. Saints were out to an early lead, but we answer with a touchdown now, a field goal of our own. 10-6 now after another field goal by New Orleans, and another one makes it 10-9. We're into the second half now, 17-9. But the Saints answer right back. Not only do they tie up the game, they take the lead just moments later. And we're jumping in on offense. I'm going to put Julio on a post. You got to win over the top. He got such a good release. We fit that in there. Down the middle of the field, Julio holds on. Okay, I'll take that. I mean, is Julio going to cook on this route? I want to go to Julio Jones because it's kind of like his video. I'm taking a sack, though. Their coverage was insane. And I didn't move out of the pocket. Easy slant. A.J. Brown breaks a tackle. And A.J. Brown brings us down to the 7-yard line. A touchdown and an extra point would give us the lead. It's 3rd and 6. Can I trust Julio on the fade? You got to think we can. They're double teaming it. We're rolling out. Hicks on the run and scores. Touchdown, Kenny Hicks. And we should be able to take the lead on that. Just need to play defense now. And we just stopped him. 3 straight plays and it's 4th and 10. Obviously, they have to go for it here. Let's change our defense. User Jayon Brown. I shouldn't have done that. Get after him with Godfrey. They're going deep. Caleb Farley intercepts it. And that could be a Super Bowl victory for the Tennessee Titans. 3rd and 3. Need a first down. We're stepping up. I mean, we just had to take that. I mean, bunch of options. Bunch of options. Run to the outside. Good blocks. Henry. Wow. Gets tackled in the open field. I looked for contact. That's insane. But it also wins us a Super Bowl. That is game over. The Tennessee Titans are going to be Super Bowl champions. The Tennessee Titans are going to be Super Bowl champions. Victory formation for what will be the final play of the entire game. Kenny Hicks takes a knee. And the Titans will hoist the Lombardi as Super Bowl winners. Let's go. The Tennessee Titans have finally won their first Super Bowl after coming up so close. Shout out Kevin Dyson. 1 yard short. This time, they get the job done. Winning by 1 point. What a game. What a season. As we'll look to head into the next one. Kenny Hicks is your Super Bowl MVP. Threw for 237 yards, also with a passing touchdown as I jumped in and tossed that to Julio. I think that was this game. I think it was. Yeah, I think so, right? No, that might have been last game. That was definitely last game. I don't know. Julio Jones is going to hoist the Lombardi as a member of the Tennessee Titans. Rashaan Evans up there as well. Kenny Hicks. And, of course, Derrick Henry. What a game. We'll hop into season number 3. Who do we need to re-sign? Anybody? Oh, no. Nobody. Oh, that's great. All right. We're headed to free agency. We should have a little bit of money as well. Some upgrades for the boys, too. I'll do run stopper for Darren Godfrey. Because I'm not really going to upgrade block shed with the CPU upgrade. So, try to get block shed above 80. He's got 88 power moves already. Okay. Molding up to a 79. Not too bad. +3, +2 awareness. And then Raidens. We'll do agile on him. Why not? Fits the scheme. Works for me. 46 mil. What do I need here? Jair would be cool. We get him a lot. Wyatt Teller would be cool. Justin Fields is in here. So dumb. What do I really need? Let me take a second look. Make sure my affairs are in order. I think our offense is good for the most part. Could use a center. Based on the age of Ben Jones. Could use a center. And then defensively, I swear Bud Dupree at superstar. Am I wrong about that? Development trait decrease. I have that turned off. Harold. Whoa. I had it turned off. No, I'm not allowing that. Oh, I turned off the wrong one. I'm going to adjust that. I'm not doing dev trait regression. I think it's stupid. Yeah, guys just loses for no reason. Oh, you lost the Super Bowl, or you won the Super Bowl? Worst development trait. I'm giving them superstar dev back. Jackrabbit lost star dev. I just don't care to give him star dev back. So we'll keep things as is. And so I'm looking at maybe another pass rusher or a corner. Again, we get Jair a lot. Wow, no real pass rushers for me here. A little bit annoying. Maybe I'll offer Akeem Hicks. A one-year deal is perfect. Probably give him 2, though, actually. Akeem Hicks rejected. I must hate money. I know the feel. We did get Quinn Miners, though. Grabbed him to play center. 5th-year options. Do I want to pick any of these up? Jeffrey Simmons? Yes, I do. That's probably going to be the only 5th-round option. I don't think I have any other first-round picks from that year on the team. We do not. So it's draft time. We pick at number 11. I need pass rushers. Vernon Mack looks very good. It might be worth a move up. Some pretty good corners as well. We need corners. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. So we pick at number 11 and then also first in the 2nd round. So we have some leverage to move up. Will I be able to move up to number 1? No. I don't think so. Vernon Mack went number 1 overall. 79. Very good. I was not going to be able to trade up to number 1. It was just not doable. Who is available? Jose Thomas. Nick Rosemond. And that might be the guy right there. Now, Jose Thomas is good. Not exactly a scheme fit, but would fit in pretty well at left end for me. I'm interested. We do need corner really badly. Is Rosemond good enough? He's 23 years old as well. Jose Thomas, 21. I'm going to take him. 76 overall, normal dev. Classic. No finesse move to his game at all, but good speed, strength. Block shed power moves is great. Jose Thomas, not too bad. Top pick of the 2nd round. Do I trade this down or do I take somebody here? No one on my draft board. That answers that. Let's trade for somebody pretty good. Wow, okay, 2 2s gets me L'Jarius Sneed. Could I have gotten a better corner? Maybe. What's his depth trait? Star or superstar? Star. He's good. He's good. I need another pass rusher. I mean, the guy I drafted just ain't it. I'm making magic happen. I'm making magic happen. You guys miss him? Brian Burns is back in a Bengal rebuild. 1st round pick this year, or next year, excuse me. 3rd round pick this year. 2nd round pick next year. Gets us Brian Burns. I think he was easy to trade for because he only has star dev. Am I right about that? No, he is superstar. He's not the best fit in a 3-4, but he's not like technically going to be doing what a 3-4 defensive end does. He's going to be a rush end. He's going to be unbelievable. He's going to be unbelievable. Jeffrey Simmons needs to go back to D-tackle. Figure it out. Who was good in that draft? Let me get a good look. And we got Jose Thomas. I'm underwhelmed with him. So I had to go out and get some players. So Vernon Mack was clearly the best player in the class and had star or better development. Show me superstar X Factor. Just because it's cool. Hardly ever see those players. It is superstar X Factor. If there was any player worth trading up for, it would have been him. I don't think we had the ammo to get up to #1 overall. And I'm happy about it because in not getting him, I ended up with Brian Burns. And this team is borderline unbelievable at this point. We're developing on offense. The team looks really good. And then defensively, with Harold Landry, Bud Dupree, Jeffrey Simmons, and Brian Burns, who's stopping us? What I would like to do is move Jeffrey Simmons to D-tackle. Have Godfrey play right end probably. Thomas to D-tackle. We have Shelby Harris too. So we don't really need that to happen. But Simmons at D-tackle would be better. Then Harold Landry could slide down. So maybe what I need is another outside linebacker. No, but I like the team though. This is how the specialists are going to shape up. Why'd they change it? CPU auto changed it with the start of a new season, even though I didn't ever do generate best depth chart. That's great. Can I afford quarterback yet? No, I already done it. Oh. Well, all right. I'll do receiver training boost in that sense. You guys have seen the team. The offense is really the worst part of the team now, and the offense is really good. So I think this team is going to be awesome in 2022, really 2023, and we'll see how they perform. 3-4? Why? You're kidding me. Oh, I think we're going to be fine at the end of the season, but what a slow, weird, awful start. Brian Burns, A.J. Brown, Jayon Brown, Nate Davis, all important free agents to bring back. Do we have the money? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Brian Burns. I was going to say Brian returns. He doesn't, though. He burns me and says wants more money. A.J. Brown will be back. Yes. Jayon Brown, 4-year deal. And he is back. And then Nate Davis I want back as well on a 5-year deal. And welcome back, Nate Davis. So Brian Burns is the only one who's yet to re-sign. I don't know why we're losing games. We snuck into the playoffs again, 9-7. Won the division. Well, our competition all went 6-10. Third best offense in the league. Really not throwing for a ton of touchdowns, Kenny Hicks. Almost a worse season than his rookie year in year 2. That medium accuracy needs to go up. Rushing, Derrick Henry was great. His best year so far in this rebuild. Julio, 1,400 yards and 12 touchdowns as a 33-year-old. What a monster. A.J. Brown, over 1,000 yards, only 2 TDs. Big Bob Tunyon, 6 touchdowns, 800 yards. Josh Reynolds had 7 touchdowns. Jayon Brown had 117 tackles, 3.5 sacks and a pick. Very good year. 12 tackles for loss for Bud Dupree led the way. Brian Burns had 16 sacks. 10 for Jeffrey Simmons, 7 for Harold Landry, 4 for Bud Dupree and Darren Godfrey. Farley with 3 interceptions. L'Jarius Sneed with 2. No forced fumbles on the entire team. And then a touchdown for Caleb Farley. Offense was 3rd best in the league. What about the defense? Also 3rd best. And we only won 9 games? Is special teams really kill me that bad? As Cam Newton with the Rams wins MVP. Kenny Hicks at 10. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Lamar Jackson. Kenny Hicks at 8. Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Garrett. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Elijah Finley. Randy Thomas at number 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Vernon Mack. That guy's a stud. That guy's a stud. Tight end training boost. And we'll see if we can beat the Steelers. Advance to the divisional. Got hot last year. Not going to happen this year. We'll probably do one more season as we simulate to another offseason. Got to bring Brian Burns back. I'm also going to sign a kicker and a punter in free agency. I'll up the money on Burns. It's totally fine. He's back. Brett Kern's still good, but he's also old. We need to go all out for this final season. So let's do that in free agency, and if we need to in the draft, we will, but we only have 16 mil. I think I just need to focus on kicker and punter at this point. Jordan Lewis, superstar dev. He is 28. I would probably rather have Greedy. He's only normal dev, though. Actually, give me Jordan Lewis for a year. 2 years, actually. Micah Parsons is here, and nobody wants him. That would actually give me a lot of flexibility I don't think he signs, though. Can I free up any space? I can by cutting Ben Jones. Let's do that. Let's do that. We replaced you last year. Des Fitzpatrick got to go as well. He's just bad. And Christian Fulton, I also probably don't need. It's not worth it to release him for me. We got Tyler Bass. We got Jordan Lewis. We got Micah Parsons. And we got Corey Bojorquez. So the team gets even better. Special teams has been revamped. And now I have the flexibility that I wanted. Because Jeffrey Simmons can move to D-tackle. Harold Landry can slide down and actually rush the passer on a more consistent basis. And then we have the perfect 3-4 versatile outside linebacker in Micah Parsons to team up with Bud Dupree. So I'm really liking where the team is now. Micah Parsons was like that one missing piece. We got Jordan Lewis. 3 good corners. Landry slides down. Oh, this team is looking amazing. Also, Kenny Hicks goes up to superstar development. That's pretty good. Quinn Miner starting at center. Of course, we signed him last year for a reason. Is Micah we need to make to right outside linebacker? Jeffrey Simmons up to a 94. Harold Landry fits. Brian Burns fits. I mean, we gotta win another Super Bowl, right? It's really tough to find a hole with this team. It really is. Offense great. Defense even better. I'm gonna auto-generate there. And do we even have any picks? Do we even need any? NFL draft time. We don't pick until the 3rd round. I mean, I don't know what we draft anyway to make this team better. Hopefully there's a stud that falls all the way down the board, although I very highly doubt it. We're going to take a corner in Jay Sheldon out of Utah. 70 overall, number 43 in the class. We took him at 84. Not too bad. It's a good depth pickup, and the CPU can handle the rest. Imagine this draft class is just absolutely stacked. There's a 77. Really not a great draft class, to be honest. Field general for Kenny Hicks. They got to change the name on the back to Hicks instead of Mariota if you had a Titans jersey before. Medium accuracy is too low. This offense is great, though. And then defensively, just making sure everything is where it needs to be. I believe that it is. Burns, Dupree. I think I actually want Harold Landry to be primary rusher over Bud Dupree. He can be like the rotational, versatile guy that kind of plays all around. And then slot receiver, of course, have to make that change as well. Mid-season mark, we are 6-1. Just killing it. Just killing it. This is an automatic playoff berth, I would say. Not going to worry about re-signing anybody because we are going to be finishing the rebuild here with this season. Doing quite well overall. Running back training boost, kicker training boost. Maybe the special teams is just where we were lacking. And we will simulate to the playoffs. And this could be a 13-win season very easily. First round bye. We went 14-2. 8th best offense in the league. Where was the defense? Did that carry in terms of yards? Yep, first. Kenny Hicks, his worst year probably, but he's still getting the job done. Rushing, Derrick Henry had his best year. 6.5 yards per carry. 12 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. Robert Tonyan led in catches and yards and almost touchdowns. Oh, no, I didn't put Julio or A.J. Brown in the slot. That's why the numbers are weird. My mistake. No one had over 100 tackles. Tackles for loss, though. 14 from Brian Burns led the way. 3 guys with double-digit sacks. Landry, Burns, Simmons. Yeah, it was a good move to take Bud Dupree out. He just wasn't really producing the same way as those speed rushers since he's a power move guy. Few forced fumbles, couple defensive touchdowns, and then yearly awards. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Kenny Hicks at 9. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Deshaun Watson. Kenny Hicks at 9. Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Queen. No Titans. Offensive Rookie of the Year, John Quinn. No Titans. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Clyde Stevenson. Of course, no Titans. We didn't draft anybody. And I'm going to make sure that slot receiver is as it should be. Don't want Anthony Underwood getting a ton of targets. So just making sure that's as it should be. Maybe throw Anthony Underwood in the 3 spot. And we'll see if we can beat whoever we're facing in the divisional. Trying for Super Bowl number 2. And we have the Jags. Let's get that morale boost. Julio's going to retire. It's a really good spot for the video to end then. Julio's got max morale. Taylor Lewan's going to tell me, you know, Julio's probably not coming back. Yeah. Obviously, Taylor. Morale boost for the entire offense. That should be enough to beat the Jaguars in the divisional. Get it done. 28-21. One more game separates us from the playoffs, and we have to go through the Cleveland Browns to do it. We want Super Bowl number 2. Come on. See you in the Super Bowl. Beat the Browns. Yes. And we have the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. We will take one more look at the final team. And this is for all the marbles. Pretty good team. Pretty good team. Offensive line is very solid. Receiving core obviously is great. Henry and Hicks is awesome. And then defensively, I mean, just superstar development all over the place. Pretty good players. Pretty good players. This defense is awesome too. Can we beat the Seahawks though? That's the question. We're headed up to US Bank Stadium in Minnesota and see if we can beat the Seahawks. We are up early, but it's already into the third quarter. 20-14. But the Titans have lost the lead. We retake it. The Seahawks retake it, and then we retake it. This is a very back and forth matchup. 31-24. We're jumping in on 2nd and 14. What do you got for me? Get after the quarterback. Simmons going to the end zone. Just about out of bounds for DK Metcalf. End zone again. Just out of bounds for Tyler Lockett. Game on the line. 4th and 14. The Seahawks need a touchdown. We're in man coverage, trusting our guys. And they're going deep. Sideline. Metcalf. Out of bounds. Cut back with Henry. Got the stiff arm rocking. Oh, what a hurdle. What an effort to stay in bounds by Derrick Henry. But that is the game. 31-24 is your final. The Tennessee Titans once again, for the second time in this video, are Super Bowl champions. Also the second time in their history as a franchise. I'd call this a successful video. If you guys are not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed. It's completely free to subscribe. And check out the second channel. A lot of guys just stumble upon my second channel. Don't even know that I have it. Bengal Plays. It's linked in the description. And I stream every night on Twitch. A lot of people also say they don't know anything about the Twitch. Twitch.tv/Bengal. Again, I stream like every single night. So make sure to check it out. Twitch.tv/Bengal. The links are, as always, are in the description. To my Twitch, to my Twitter, to my second channel, to my third channel, to everything. Check it out. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
Insane, I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah. Promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.